When you read the Old Testament, you realise how active God was in the lives of the Israelites, his chosen people. He raised up strong leaders and prophets and kings to help them keep the ordinances and commands that would keep them close to himself. Then, for 400 years, he said nothing. There was absolute silence. The people and priests continued the routines that had been set down long ago until, when everyone was in place and the time was right, God spoke again. And he used heavenly occurrences to bring the good news. It was a new beginning, a new dawn for God's people. It started with Zechariah, a priest who was terrified when the angel appeared and he didn't believe what he was hearing. So the angel reassured him by telling him, "I am Gabriel, and I stand in the presence of God, and I have come to tell you this good news." An angel appeared to Mary, an ordinary girl in her home, to tell her that God had chosen her to bear his son. After her initial fear, she graciously accepted what was to happen. "I am the Lord's servant," she said. Joseph, when he heard Mary's news, was in a real quandary, and just as he had made the decision to divorce her, at God's command, an angel appeared to him in a dream and said, "No, that's not what God wants." So it became Joseph's task to keep the child and his mother safe. So every time the child's life was threatened, an angel spoke to Joseph in a dream to accomplish God's plan until the family were safe in Nazareth. The shepherds, the lowest of the low in society, got the full works from heaven. An angel told them of Jesus' birth and who he was, and then, just in case they hadn't quite grasped the importance of this, God lifted the curtain of heaven and a choir appeared in the sky, a multitude of the heavenly host praising God. What a revelation. Then we read of the wise men from the east. They were Gentiles. God spoke to them, but not through an angel. I don't think they would have understood what that meant. So God put a star in the sky, so exceptional and extraordinary it could not be ignored. These men were, amongst other things, astronomers, and they wanted to find the meaning of this. God provided the answer for them as they searched their scrolls, and so began their journey westward to Jerusalem. They got no help there, and so the star appeared again to get them to Bethlehem, and we read that they rejoiced with exceeding great joy when they saw it, and it led them to Jesus, whom they worshipped. Not only had these men been on a physical journey, but also a spiritual one, and when God warned them in a dream to go home a different way, they obeyed. So how does God speak today? Have you and I not got a big part in this? We who are saved and walking with Jesus are his ambassadors, representatives, his messengers, and we have a commission to tell the good news of the gospel. We live in a dark, sinful world, and Jesus Christ is the only one who can bring light and hope into the lives of needy people. We have been given this responsibility, and we must discharge it with willing and loving hearts to those around us. How silently the wondrous gift is given. So God imparts to human hearts the blessings of his heaven. No ear may hear his coming, but in this world of sin where meek souls will receive him, still the dear Christ enters in.